Madeira is home to around 90 miles of stunning coastlines, and in this video we'll be driving the entire length of the island, passing through forgotten villages, awe-inspiring viewpoints and some of the best coastal scenery that Madeira has to offer. We're beginning our adventure on the west side of the island. This is the much quieter part of the island, I think. It seems much more sort of relaxed, much more open. We're very thankful that there is a cable car here.
I think it's one of the steepest cable cars in Europe or something like that.
It looks very steep, yeah, look at that.
So I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that because I also have a fear of heights. So 98 incline slope.
You ready for this cable car?
I might not be able to look at it. Very steep, very steep.
You did it?
I did it, yes. I looked at the cliffs.
So right now we are, what I'm going to say is probably one of the slightly more hidden gems on Madeira, which has this 500-meter cliff down to this beautiful agricultural village on the coast. And this was historically home to hundreds of people who lived off of livestock and agriculture. So many of the homes and buildings here, such as this one, are very traditionally built and they're actually abandoned today, not being used. But the village itself is still being used. As we can see, it's flourishing. As we admired the abundance of vegetation all around us, we realized why this island is called Madeira, as when translated into English, Madeira literally means lumber. So here we stand, on the island of lumber. We drove along the coastal road admiring these stunning views until we spotted an interesting structure atop a small hill, so we began to climb.
Still have a way to go.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get an incredible view from the top, I think.
Yeah.
So welcome everyone to the Capelinha de Nossa Senhora. You got scared. What timing, eh? It's like it's welcoming us. Yes, as I was saying, Capelinha de Nossa Senhora. I absolutely love the terraced farming that is happening here. It just gives us this unique vibe. It really makes you ask, is this really in Europe? I mean, we've seen quite a bit of Europe over the years, and I mean, although I guess we are really much closer to Africa geographically than we are, even though this is a Portuguese island. So that does summarize a lot of why this looks so unique. So you join us now on our way to something really hidden. What we're walking on right now, you may think it looks like a bit of a kind of abandoned road, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the old roads that headed around the island. There's now obviously been massive tunnels built, but these roads are still here, and it gives us a little insight into how it would have been traveling about this island. And although these roads aren't very well maintained at all today, as you can probably see, or very much used, they're still home to some beautiful scenery that the tunnels kind of cut through. That's what we're looking for, some real hidden beauty spots. Forgotten beauty spots, I guess I could say.
Is the tunnel?
I guess, yeah, I mean, this is how the older tunnels would have looked. Very, as you can see, unpolished. It's very leaky. And so here is the perfect example. See the road going in there, and then this old thing circling about this, over that tiny single lane bridge over there and around the edge after just going through this tunnel. I imagine it would have been a very fun drive, but a very stressful drive at the same time. It's a Santander in Santana.
Yeah.
And it's the weirdest looking Santander I have ever seen. Yeah, but what a beautiful town so far. So these are the traditional Casas de Santana that you can see behind me there, obviously iconic for their thatched triangular shaped roofs.
Just a short drive from Santana is Rocha do Navio, which we visited briefly in a previous video, but we had a good reason for coming back.
So we came back.
Not my choice.
Eddie's not the happiest about it, but let me give you some, as you can see.
He took me here and I said, Alex, I'm not doing this hike. That's what I said to Alex, I'm not doing this hike. And we get here and he sulks that we're not going down. They don't feel me anymore. I haven't had a break.
So, okay, a bit of backstory. We are here, it's our last day today, so this is probably one of the last things that we're going to do. And we came back to this viewpoint that we saw back on day one, where we saw an agricultural village down this very steep looking footpath. I mean, I think the view will be pretty incredible. This was one of our favorite viewpoints from day one. So let's just, let's see what we see. Look at this beautiful, I mean, you can't even really call it a village, it's just a couple of buildings really, but I mean the waterfall up there is astounding. Just imagine living in a place like this. Very isolated though. It's still functional, this is still being used, as we can see by the infinite amount of grapes here. I'm not really sure what this is behind me. I'm going to assume it's something to do with water, but I'm really not sure. If anybody has any ideas what this might be, let me know, because I'm very intrigued and it looks in remarkable condition. I don't know if it's still being used or not. And the amount of fruit growing here as well. What an interesting village. We've never seen any kind of agricultural spot this authentic before, I think because it is so difficult to get to. No cable car, very, very steep path. Yeah, I think this has been very untouched by tourism. It's truly the agricultural, historical Madeira that you would expect. I can't think of anything better, any better way to finish this trip.
To finish off our adventure, we drive to the most eastern point of Madeira, the part of the island that truly shows Madeira's volcanic history, resulting in this unique, barren, but beautiful landscape. And we get there just in time to see the sun set behind the incredible island of Madeira. And this point marks the end of this entire Madeira series. I can't thank you enough for watching any of the Madeira videos we have made. This really has been the trip of a lifetime, and we have seen so many things and experienced so many things that we never expected to, from this relatively small island in the middle of the Atlantic.
This was the perfect way to end our trip, I think. It's been a lovely trip and I'm looking forward to the next one.
If you haven't seen any of our other videos from around Madeira, please do feel free to check out my full Madeira playlist. We've been to pretty much every corner of this awe-inspiring island. Thank you for watching this video, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.